Today's episode of the Breakroom was sponsored by Squarespace, the all-in-one platform that makes launching your own website a breeze. Welcome back to the Breakroom, everybody. Today, we are going to be reviewing Marvel Games' latest offering, Cosmic Invasion. I'm Alex Berg, and I'm joined today by the new Rockstars gamers in residence. First off, he put his quarters on the cabinet, so you know he's up next. It's Brian Kim.
It's Brian Kimmin time.
Very good. And she called dibs on the good controller. It's Jessica Clemons.
I didn't bring it myself.
There we go.
All mine are broken.
Yeah, everyone has one controller where the joystick is just like given up like years ago, right? I came up in the N64 joystick era. That was
just the one. Well, no.
They always had that dinky little joystick in the middle, and after like 3 days of playing Star Fox, it just never recovered. But okay, so today we are going to be talking about Marvel Cosmic Invasion. We played the demo a few weeks ago, the three of us. You guys in the chat asked us for more gaming content, and so now we are back with the full review. But first up, a quick overview of what this game is, who made it, where you can play it, all that good stuff. So Marvel Cosmic Invasion is a retro beat-em-up from .emu and Tribute Games. This isn't their first team-up. They had a very similar game in the genre. This is sort of a spiritual sequel to Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Shredder's Revenge, which was also a throwback retro 90s beat-em-up. Marvel Cosmic Invasion lets you choose between 15 Marvel heroes, and we'll talk about all of them momentarily, to battle the forces of Annihilus from New York City across the cosmos to save the universe. And so for those of you who aren't up to speed on the game, or perhaps just hearing about it for the first time now, we figured we would watch the launch trailer real quick so everybody could kind of like have a sense of the vibe, a bit of a whiff of the game. Just a good, get that stink of Cosmic Invasion all over you.
Storm.
We'll talk about Storm. We'll talk about Storm. She's great. Okay, so Abby, if you could roll that launch trailer, please.
Look at this game.
I mean, yeah, I will say this trailer is 1,000% accurate. You know, like.
I love the way they rendered She-Hulk. I'm gonna be so real.
Settle down. You're going crazy now.
Going crazy.
The Sentinels are pissing me off.
It's him. It's Annihilus. He's real.
Yeah. I mean, I'll be very real with everybody. That's the game. Like, there's nothing. There's nothing in the game that's not in that trailer in the best possible ways. That's the entire thing.
You missed out on the entire lore of the Nova Core files.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
The fun.
Those hexes. You know, I'm getting those hexes, and then I am reading the things going like, this character first showed up in 2018. I had no idea.
It's one of my favorite parts about Marvel Rivals that I truly always don't think about is the lore behind it so deeply. But I will say, and this is not a review, if you want to watch my like thorough review, you got to go listen to me on Spotify. But this game, I'm not paying attention to the story at all.
No, so yeah,
the story I'm not paying attention to.
Yeah, so let's get into it because I think that's 1,000% correct.
But it's like you're having so much fun. How am I supposed to be caring about it?
Yeah, so we're going to review this game. We're going to break it into a couple sections. Broadly, story, gameplay, and then we're going to lump graphics, music, and VO into one category we call vibes.
There's a game to this?
Yeah.
I'm going to chop you in your throat right now.
No. So first off, let's get into general overview and thoughts. I'll say flat out, I'm a huge fan of the game. I really am. I loved it. I've been excited for it. I loved Shredder's Revenge, and I kind of came into this knowing to expect more of the same in a positive way. But I want to hear your guys' thoughts, because I already know what I think.
I like any game that's $30. Any game that's $30. Yeah. When you're playing and reviewing Nintendo games and it's $80, and then you get a game that's $30.
Yeah.
And the difference between this and the Nintendo game is I can genuinely play this with my friends.
Yes.
Every Nintendo game I've been playing in the last Well, Donkey Kong Bonanza you can play with another person, but it's not the same as this. This is I'm actually needing a team.
Also, Donkey Kong Bonanza multiplayer is the most chaotic way to play. You just got someone on your shoulder going and just shredding the level
and
the
I'm
whole time.
Just running
That's
through.
The vibe.
It's hilarious. Yeah,
that's the vibe.
Brian, what about you? What are your thoughts on the game?
I mean, I also love it. I don't play too many beat 'em ups, but whenever I do, it's always a blast.
Yeah,
you feel good mashing buttons, and that's what the game is for. I know there's some strategy and stuff, but honestly, just playing with some friends, mashing buttons together, yelling get the guy over there. And especially this game is like it's so full of charm. It's
It
so
really
full of like
is.
fun. Like it feels like the people who made it loved making the game.
Yes.
And I can really feel that. So
It also, I really respect when a studio has the same taste in their games that I do. You know what I mean? Like, sometimes like you'll play a game like, like the FromSoft games will be like this, where you're like, these are the parts of this game I enjoy. These are the parts I don't. And sometimes it doesn't always feel like that lines up with like, my experience of Elden Ring or whatever, which again, I loved. But this feels like, these people probably grew up playing the same games I played. They loved X-Men Arcade. They loved TMNT. They loved the Simpsons arcade game, and they came into this going like, I just want to recapture that kind of thrill of the Super Nintendo just came out. You can play Turtles in Time, not at an arcade, at a sleepover. Everyone's drinking flat Pepsi and eating cold Domino's pizza, shout out to my main man Pepsi and my other main man Domino's. We're getting a ton of money from flat Pepsi and cold Domino's today. So
let's go, shout out.
Big ups, scan the QR code.
Just scan the QR code. It's hidden somewhere on the set. Look at the background for the Easter eggs.
Yeah, you scan the QR code to make all your Pepsi flat.
I agree. I also was like, that was the thing. We played the demo. I was like, this is going to be fun. My biggest fear was and this was like literally the only fear I had with this game, was how long I'm going to be playing it for. My fear was like, oh, is it going to keep my attention for a really long time? Because I don't, like with all games, I mean, we all want them to last for a minute, but this game felt like something I could play in like a couple hours and then be like, okay, now where do I go? But I think the best part of this game is allowing you to have two characters that you can interchange with. So you don't even have to play co-op. You can still get an assist from your other character while you're playing, or just switching and then gaining life and doing everything else. And I think the matter of having a different life bar or focus bar for those characters make it more enticing for you to play as every character and then play it again, changing them with teams.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, Brian, were you going to say something?
No, yeah, I was gonna like relate it to that. I remember, full disclosure, like when we were playing the demo, like I had fun, but I won't lie, I was kind of like, okay, is this it? Like I wasn't like super into it. I was like, okay.
I had fun. I just didn't enjoy the company.
No, yeah, it was the people I was playing with that was the problem.
Couldn't be me. I was doing really good in that game.
Yeah. But like getting into the actual game, I'm like, wait, this is a lot more fun and deeper than I thought it was gonna be. Because like I feel like in the demo it was pretty limited in what we could do, or maybe I just wasn't paying attention.
No, well, so let's talk about the mechanics a little bit, because we do have like a lump in here for story, but I think the three of us would agree that like there's not much story there. It's not no one's playing this game for. This isn't Last of Us Part 2. No one's logging into Cosmic Invasion being like, God, I really felt something when Wolverine got his ass clobbered. Like that's not what we're here for. And that's okay. The game's not claiming that's what it's here for. But with the mechanics, similar to what you're saying, Brian, I was pleasantly surprised that they were, I wouldn't go so far as to call the combat deep, but it's one layer deeper than I need it to be for this type of game.
One layer deeper as in you don't want it to be that deep?
No. I enjoyed the extra layer. So like, I think for me, for this kind of game, and similar to Brian after playing the demo, it's like, yeah, punch. But I was really pleasantly surprised at how different each playable character's moveset felt, and how the enemy types, some of them like really lend themselves to certain movesets than others. And like the example that comes to mind is my go-to, my favorite character is Black Panther. I love the quick strikes. I don't love his like X special, the like vibranium knives or whatever, but I like them okay. But I really love playing Black Panther. But there's one level where you're like, there's all the flying symbiotes, the little like, venom sperm looking guys, and like Black Panther just cannot, you just can't hit them unless you have someone like Storm or something like that. And so I'm really enjoying how the more I play the game, the more I'm finding those little kinds of wrinkles where it's like, oh yeah, this level was hard, but it gets a lot easier if you're using this character combo or something else. And that depth I'm really appreciating.
Yeah, like I think the game, it's a beat 'em up, so at the end of the day, you're just punching guys, and that feels good. But like I was saying, I think mechanically it was like you can just mash, but I've learned to like do my own custom combos, which is always fun.
Yeah.
Like things like flow into each other really well. So like you can just do like a punch special, or like I've like for fun just discovered on my own. It's like you go punch and like if you hold punch, it's like a charge attack.
Yeah, that's the
and
charge.
there's just enough hit stun on the enemy that you can like punch, charge, and then do the charge attack.
Oh, I didn't know
it's
about
just, like,
the charge.
It doesn't, you can still punch,
Yes.
but it just feels good to like have this variability just
Yeah.
for like the player's sake. Give myself like something more interesting.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, and I'm also loving like just you were talking about the combos earlier. Like, there's something very satisfying about like having a character with a full focus bar, swapping it out, letting your other ones charge up, and then coming in and like having everything like just kind of pop off at once with the combo. I'd say if I had one note about the combat, it's that I want more like custom combos. Like in the way that in the Simpsons game, like Homer and Lisa's combo would be like it's very different from like Lisa and Bart's or something like that. That's the like most minor of nitpicks. Like I can't stress enough how much I'm enjoying it overall.
Yeah, and like I think there's this. I think it's on purpose, but also like small gripes is that there's not like there's the combo thing, but also there's certain characters that have like a guard and certain characters that have dodge as like a mechanic. And I think the point is to like you'll have like a guard character or a dodge character, so it'll
like Cap has a guard.
Yeah,
he
has
can
a
do
guard.
A parry and
but like Rocket just dodges, and I've been having a hard time trying to parry off a dodge.
That's what I'm saying. Can you even?
I don't think you can.
No, I don't think you
I
can.
was trying my hardest, and then I was like, I'll just switch to She-Hulk, and I switched back to She-Hulk, and I was able to go against a man with a shield.
Yes.
I remember the tutorial where I was teaching you parry, and one of my other characters like was a dodge guy. I kept like dodging. I'm like, wait, what's the parry button? I don't understand.
Yeah.
But you need a block guy, I think, to parry. So I kind of wish that everybody had an option to parry. But I get that they want people to have like variability.
It's so funny because like I learned that and was like I'll never use it.
I use it as She-Hulk all the time. I forget what chapter of what we're talking about it is, but when are we talking about? I'm going to talk about the game mechanics.
Yeah, talk about it. Yeah.
I also think I do think my biggest thing about video games is I want not only like affordability, but I just want to make them as accessible to everybody because you start out playing games and you're like, wow, Baldur's Gate 3 is a lot. That's the first game because everyone's talking about it. You jump in, you're like, wait.
Yeah, what the hell is this?
What the fuck is this? But
menus half the time.
This game is such a good little like game for someone that like me has really bad skills. Like that has bad skills in most games. And so what big mechanic I really like is that there's not really a skill tree. You can still unlock characters, and I guess the skill tree is linked to the fact that you unlock these little hexagons.
So I think it's actually separate from the hexagons.
Well, it is,
I think so. The characters do level up. Each character has like 10 levels of leveling up, I believe. And then after like 4 levels, you unlock a passive ability. Most of the other levels are basically just extra HP or extra damage bonuses. But the cosmic cubes, I think, are tied to the challenges with each character in the level, and then little like they're hidden in certain areas in the levels.
That's a lot easier than even playing Dead by Daylight when you're uploading your entire tree, your skill trees. I'm like, oh, that's a lot easier to understand for anybody. Also, the levels that you choose, they tell you which characters work best on those levels.
Yes.
So you can change your characters. I always main my characters because I'm a hedonist, but like, I love being beat up. I'm literally always She-Hulk, Storm, or Rocket. But there's a lot of times they're like, maybe you should play as Captain America and Wolverine. And I'll be like, no, I'm going to keep playing as my flyer and my big girl and my little trash panda. And, but because there are a lot of levels that'll have like a swarm of these things, and then you definitely need a flyer.
Yes.
And I do really like that part about the game is that every map can contribute to like a different character better. Because it makes you play the other characters. Everyone should try to play every character.
Yeah, I mean, you're saying you always choose your main because you're a hedonist, and like I'm the guy. That's what you just said.
I know, but you can't say it.
But I
only I can say it.
But I'm the guy who plays Hades and will be like, I hate using this weapon, but I must because it has Knight's Bounty or whatever, like. And so I have been going through and like playing whatever characters are highlighted for most levels.
That's good. I'm not. I should be doing that.
I kind of like it. I've also been playing Ball X Pit till my eyes bleed.
It's on my Switch. I haven't started it yet.
It is
every
so
boy
good.
that has said play Ball X Pit has become addicted to it, and I'm like, I don't really want that in my life right now.
It's Vampire Survivors vertical. That's what it is. It's bullet heaven. But you know, what the hell was I talking about?
You said Ball X Pit and I jumped in.
I don't know. Let's talk about Ball X Pit.
No, we're not talking about Ball X Pit. That's not what this is about.
But I've been using the different characters, and it has it does kind of, you know, going back to the thing I was saying about the combat being just like one layer deeper than it needs to be for me to enjoy this game. Mm-hmm. And this is part of what I'm enjoying about exploring the game and what I think gives it replayability is finding those different combos, being like, okay, so if I have like Beta Ray Bill, he's kind of like Captain America, but he's like a little bit slower. His special's the same, but his like Stormbreaker attack is different. And like really finding ways to dial it in level by level. I'm really enjoying. And what's weird and has surprised me, and maybe you two haven't run into this, but in levels where you can fall off the edge, I keep thinking, oh, I'll be Storm on the Rainbow Bridge.
No, you'll still fall.
You'll still fall. I fall off more.
As Storm. When I first opened the game, they were like, play as Nova, and I just kept falling into this hole.
Training
on
the helicarrier or whatever.
And I was like, okay, why do I keep doing this?
Yes.
Also, or when you're beating the hell out of who is it, the Silver Surfer, and then he just keeps falling over the edge.
Yes.
And I'm like, these are so funny.
Yes.
Hey, look, I love it. I love those components. I also like that. All Marvel games you got to get. Unfortunately, run it by Marvel. And Marvel was like, yeah, these characters, these skins, this story, and these things can all work. And I was listening to the developers talking in an interview, and they were like, yeah, Marvel had to approve of these characters. And I was like, what characters did you give Marvel that they didn't approve of? And I want to know who they are, because I know...
names.
Name names,
What
developers.
soups won't Marvel sip?
A lot. I bet they were like, yeah, we want Mr. Fantastic, and they were like, no.
Yeah.
I think, because that's the thing, even if it's the most minuscule thing, I think it's also a PR situation where they're just like, people are gonna start getting confused. Marvel won't license or Marvel's cinematic universe, MCU will not let them take a lot of the people for anything. Period. Maybe their costumes in like a Fortnite skin, but it's usually the comics that allow things like Marvel Rivals or any sporting event to use. That's why they always use Spider-Man, because he always looks the same.
Yeah. Well, so let's talk about the characters. So, Jess, you said your main is She-Hulk?
My main is She-Hulk, Rocket, and Storm.
I love She-Hulk too.
She's super fun. She's not one of my mains, but I do love.
Yeah, because you hate women.
I hate women.
You heard it here first, folks.
Can I talk about this openly?
No! Also, at the beginning of the game, they give you that little trailer of the act, like the everything at the beginning. I randomly chose. You guys were here for the demo. I chose Rocket and She-Hulk. I was like, I love them. They put Rocket and She-Hulk together. I took a bunch of photos. I took a photo. I had to restart
the fist bump and like launches them into the stratosphere.
I took a photo, and I don't know. I have so many photos on my Switch of things I like, and I don't know what to do with them.
I don't either. My Switch and my Xbox are both full of like things that I accidentally hit a share button when I was like button mashing something and panicked. You know.
Yeah.
Brian, what about you? Who are your mains?
I'm also similar to you, Berg, in that I like variety and I like just to play everybody.
Yeah.
So whenever they'll say like play this character, I'm like, okay, I'll play this character.
Yeah.
And I'm enjoying all of them, but I think for me, and because like all the characters feel different, I do like the big guys. She-Hulk, also Beta Ray Bill.
Beta Ray Bill is super fun.
Good.
Yeah.
It just feels so hefty and like, and like, dude, this is crazy. Different from like Black Panther, who's a lot more nimble.
Yeah.
The swipes are like quicker and stuff. I think the characters, I think 15 is like just enough that like it feels like, oh, it's a good amount of characters without being like entirely overwhelming.
Yeah.
Or like characters start to repeat itself. Because like I think, like a game, I'm just gonna say like a game like Smash that has like 80 characters. I'll be real, like half the characters are like clones of the other characters.
Knight and Kirby.
They're all functional.
Yeah,
like,
Star Fox and Star Wolf are just like palette
But
swaps.
I'm playing as Star Fox.
Please,
but this is like just enough variety and just enough like different characters that feels good. And I do like, this is a cosmic story with like a nihilist, which I don't think a lot of people know. It's also fun to get these like random cosmic characters. Like not a lot of people know who Beta Ray Bill is.
Yeah, or Cosmic Ghost Rider.
Ghost Rider?
Frank Castle as Ghost Rider, I think, right?
I hate that they call it Cosmic because it makes it sound like, oh my god, and it's like it's just Frank Castle.
Yes,
Frank Castle's all in there, but he's in space. Jessica,
it's cool.
I do love having just a guy with a gun amidst all these other like superpowers and stuff.
You got it.
I mean, something I've been enjoying is the ways in which Brian, to your point about Smash, where it's like, yeah, some of those characters, you'll never be able to tell me what's unique about Marth, and I don't care.
It's because that's my fucking game.
Wow.
That's how people choose the Smash characters.
I know. But with Cosmic Invasion, I'm really enjoying my Black Panther's my favorite character, and normally my second character is a flyer. So I'll go Black Panther Storm or Black Panther Nova or Black Panther like Phyla-Vell. But something I'm really enjoying is so Wolverine's main attack is very similar in speed and everything else to Black Panther's main attack, but Wolverine's special attack is a lot more similar in some ways to She-Hulk's throat slam and toss kind of thing, right. And Wolverine's special is kind of more similar to Nova's special, and so in going through the different levels and trying the different combos, I've been enjoying kind of lining those up, Venom's a heavier Spider-Man, Beta Ray Bill's a little bit more flexible Captain America, but also a little bit more technical. You have to pay more attention with the tosses and stuff.
You can only do so much.
Yeah. Now, how are we feeling about the progression and unlock system in this game? We touched on it a little bit earlier, Jess, with the leveling up and the cubes, but
I don't mind it.
You don't mind it? Do you enjoy it?
Do you enjoy it? The fun thing is I'm not, again, paying attention to it. Yeah. When you're playing the game just for the actual gameplay, you're not really paying attention to the side stuff, which sounds kind of crazy to say about any video game, period, to be I'm not really paying attention to it. But I do notice, again, so the first days that the game has come out, so of course there's some bugs. I have a bug on mine where I can't play online with anyone else. So I am playing by myself. And I think my points are much higher because I am fighting by myself. So every time I end when I'm going through the campaign, I'm unlocking very easy. And I'm oh, okay. And I'm this is great, but I also die a lot by myself.
Yeah, I think that's allowed.
No, it's not.
It's allowed.
No, it's not.
We all die alone, Jess.
No,
we're all
we don't.
Die
I'm
alone.
taking everybody with me.
I'm going to die alone. I make you a promise right here, right now in the break room. I will die alone.
Okay.
Starting right.
You can't read this many books about whales and fungus without dying alone. This is no.
The crazy thing is, there's going to be one girl, one person, or one dog, or someone that's going to be with you for the rest of your life.
It'll be Anne. I'll take her down with me.
That loves mushrooms.
There you go.
One of our sponsors today is Squarespace. If what you want for Christmas is a professional-looking website that's easy to build, customize, and update, then Santa's going to fill your stocking with Squarespace. Squarespace is an all-in-one tool that gives you all the ingredients you need to make a website that looks good and does whatever you need it to do. If you're selling goods or services, Squarespace can help you untangle digital payment platforms with just a few clicks, making it easy to start receiving payments right away using popular payment methods like Apple Pay, ACH Direct Debit, Klarna, and more. If you're not a graphic designer, don't worry. Squarespace's design intelligence tool makes it so easy to get your website looking just right. It combines 2 decades of industry-leading design expertise with cutting-edge AI technology. Every Squarespace website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, an auto-generated sitemap, and more, so you show up more often to more people in global search engine results. Head to squarespace.com for a free trial, and when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/breakroom to save 10% off your first purchase of a website or domain. Yeah, Brian, what about you? How you feeling about the unlocks and that sort of stuff?
I think generally when you're playing a character and that levels him up and gets stronger and stuff, that feels good. I do think the that cube unlock system is it's interesting because first of all, it's random. You don't know what you're unlocking.
Yes.
Which there's a loot box kind of aspect to it. It's fun.
Yes, we should say basically there's as you play through the game, you get this currency that are these little cosmic cubes, and then there's a menu where you can go to and fill them in on this hex grid. I think there's 200 or something like that.
There's a lot.
It's a lot, and you don't know before you fill it in whether you're going to unlock a palette swap for your character, a new background music track. Sometimes it's mods for the arcade mode, which I haven't had time to check out yet. But yeah, it is a little bit I kind of want it to be a little more straightforward.
And also, specifically, I don't mind if fun little side things like the Nova Core files or the
I'm such a sucker for those. I love those.
I read them.
Those are a lot of fun. Or palette swaps, those are randomly unlocked, and it's wow, cool.
Yeah.
The fact that the game mode modifications are locked behind random slots is kind of a little weird to me.
Yeah.
Because it's like, wait, so arcade mode, I mean, it's just
Yeah.
regular arcade mode,
Yeah,
but then
yeah.
like, I have to unlock randomly hard mode
Yeah.
or like
Yeah.
free play mode.
Yeah.
It's a little weird.
I would kind of rather, again, my criticisms, I have criticisms of this game, but they're very minor and compared to how much I really enjoy about it and think the game is absolutely nailing what it got right. But I kind of want those to be tied to, I guess, like a more standard progression system of plays. Like, hey, you defeated this level this quickly, you've unlocked
You get
hard
the
mode,
hard mode,
you're
right.
ready for a new difficulty.
Yeah.
You're
Yeah,
struggling,
yeah.
like you've died 200 times, you get free play mode. Like,
Yeah.
I want those to
That's
feel
like-
a little bit more organic.
That feels like, yeah. And I was like, that feels like, and this thing is this game is available on literally every platform, right?
Everything,
like
yeah.
every I think it's literally on Game. It's on Game Pass.
It's on Game Pass.
It's on
yeah,
Game Pass, it's on everything.
Steam, it's on Switch. Yeah.
It feels so PC coded to get those updates from Steam, or like when I'm playing on Game Pass and I'm like, ooh yeah, I want that, and then I'm like, oh, but it's just such a simple minimalist kind of game.
Yeah.
like it'd be I don't know, maybe that's what they wanted. Maybe they were like, we're gonna put the most background heavy stuff over here and just over here, because you don't have to do arcade. You could just go
No.
straight back to the campaign and play with people.
That's true.
Which I thought was kind of weird. I was like, oh wait, so I can do both? I just get to choose the map.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, something, just you were talking earlier about accessibility, and something I do like about the way the unlock system works is I'm planning on getting this game for my nephew for Christmas, who's
Great gift.
8 years old. Yeah, he loved Shredder's Revenge. He has a Switch, so we can play it together, cross country. But for a 8-year-old who, if I can be brutally honest here, I don't think he's watching. An 8-year-old who sucks at video games, just sucks shit at video games.
It sounds like this kid has
sucks.
beaten you up at a video game, and you were like, no.
Yeah.
Is this your nephew?
It's my nephew. My daughter's very good at video games. I played a lot of rounds of Fortnite with my nephew,
She's
and it's
not
always
8.
like, come on, man, you got to focus up. But I do think like this is a game where like for that kind of player, a child, but also anybody who's just like not like super deep into it, like those unlocks will feel meaningful. I think like
Yeah.
even if it's just like kind of like a psychosomatic effect where it's like, I gotta level up, I'm stronger now. It's like, I think that's fun and that'll be exciting. And again, a system I don't think is truly necessary for me to enjoy the game, but I think it's great that they included it, and it definitely increases my enjoyment for having it in.
I found really quick.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can see it. This is my She-Hulk.
Oh yeah, there we
This
go.
is my She-Hulk.
With
This
She-Hulk
is
and
She-Hulk and
Rocket.
Rocket. But give it a second. And then this is when she punches the hell out of him. It turns
Oh,
into
the device.
Yeah.
I
I love
actually,
that.
because to get the photo, I had to like do it really quickly. But look at how pretty that is on my plate. I'm gonna drop this and be so mad.
Well, so let's
So look at how great it looks. It looks amazing from all the way over there.
Let's
That's
use that to
perfect.
transition into vibes and kind of game feel stuff. Because I think that the thing that this game absolutely excels at is vibes.
Vibes.
Like the character designs, I think, are all the perfect level of cartoony. I think the music is like exactly that kind of like Capcom arena rock you sort of want from this era of video games. And the voice acting, I think, is great. And like I was playing it and I was like, I'm pretty sure this is Cal Dodd from X-Men 97, and I'm blanking on the name of the woman who does the voice of Storm, Allison.
Oh, is it her?
yes,
the
it's
older
the two of
lady.
them.
Oh, I love
It's
her.
the two of them doing Storm and
She's
Wolverine,
amazing.
and like it sounds
Yeah.
so good, like
That's great. Good for her.
and also Matthew Mercer of Critical Role
What doesn't he do in the voiceover?
yeah, I know, right? He's doing Nova and Annihilus, but I think for the criticisms I have of the game, which again are very minor, are completely washed away when I'm playing it in just a sea of, for me, it's nostalgia. I was born roughly 70 years before the two of you, so this might be something you would read about in the history books, what sleepovers used to be like, in the game,
I've
days
never
before
had
online
friends
gaming.
to sleep over with.
Yeah.
You were like, I laid alone.
But it reminds me so hard of a game that's like, hey, we're all gonna get together at Chris's house this weekend and stay up until
No,
we beat this
100.
at 2 a.m.
And that's the thing is like, I love the commercials that Switch did for us adults. Did you remember when the commercial was a man getting off work, He's tired as hell.
Oh,
He
the
gets home-
sad Zelda commercial. Yes,
the
yes.
sad Zelda commercial. That the exact opposite is going to be happening to this game with the kids. This is the sleepover game.
I forgot about the sad Zelda commercial. It's so funny.
And it was a great commercial, but it hurt me. I was like, yeah, we all know it's us.
painful to watch. It was like a guy on a bus on a rainy day staring out the window,
Take out Zelda, put in Animal Crossing New Horizons.
Yes.
It's literally me coming home from a hard day, my back hurts, and I stretch, and then I go.
That's so funny. Yeah, I gotta go get the roaches out of my house. I gotta go get the weeds.
You gotta go get the weeds, and I run over those roaches, and the little ghost
so
bodies
squish
go
a
up.
roach
into
that
the
moves
eyes.
around.
I actually looked at my Switch gaming. Yeah, have you ever did that to make yourself feel bad? Look at
how
the
many
amount
hours
of
you put
hours
into
you put.
Yeah.
It says somewhere around 645 hours.
Yeah.
In Animal Crossing New Horizon. It says somewhere. It didn't even want to
that's
finish.
so funny.
It said I
Yeah,
can't
so
even
funny.
calculate that much.
Yeah.
What the fuck are you doing, Jessica? I said, well, I'm rebuilding my island.
I mean, like everybody else, I was a big Animal Crossing guy during the pandemic. That was like what me and my daughter would play on FaceTime all day long. And at one point, we thought that she had lost her island, and it had and I'll say Twitter is a nightmare now, but there are moments. There are moments when social media can be good. And I went on social media and was like, guys, I think my daughter might have lost her island. Like, who can help me recover the save?
They're
And
like-
immediately everybody was like, this is my island code. I will give her bells. You know,
Wow.
people-
And this is community.
It was
and this is the
incredible.
community. It's almost like if we just took over people's islands and then we found each other on Twitter,
It was
we should just colonize more.
it was truly it made me so happy. But yes.
Bring it back.
Also, real quick, we've got Order Through Chaos in the YouTube chat saying land parties, the good old days.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I shit you not, when Diablo 4 came out, me and my girlfriend and some friends had a LAN party at my house with 4 screens, and we stayed up till 4 in the morning playing the campaign. It was great.
Disgusting back in the day. And it was a bunch of girls, and us doing it was 5 of us bringing our Xboxes over to play Halo. Oof.
Yeah.
God, I miss it. Bring it back. Actually, no, I don't want my
Bring
smelly
it
ass friends in
back.
my house that
Oh,
long.
Never mind. Don't bring it back. Put it away.
I'm like, okay, everybody's got to go. I'm tired. Everybody go. It's time to go to sleep.
But yeah, dude, this game, so vibey, so good,
So
and
vibey.
I think I didn't know it was the original voice actors for Storm and Wolverine.
I was like, if this guy isn't Cal Dodd, he's doing a perfect Cal Dodd impression.
The way that people were voice acting was they were almost, other than the originals, I thought they were all doing impressions of the characters.
Yeah.
Even the Watcher, it kind of sounded Jeffrey Wright.
It sounds like Jeffrey Wright.
Yeah, it kind of sounded like him, and so it was this fun mash of everybody coming together. It felt like the characters that we knew from other places coming together. That felt really good. I also love I'm a sucker for random stupid background details that nobody
Oh my
knows.
God, yes.
I wrote it down, but I remember there's this one level where some of the bugs were in the background and they were cheering. I'm like, what's going on? And there's little worms in the foreground having a race. I'm like, this is so stupid.
That's
This is
great.
so stupid, but it makes it feel so good. I'm like, wow, these guys are just chilling, having fun. And then we beat them up, but
I loved in the there's a level where if you're playing as She-Hulk, she calls out how many cameos are in the background,
Oh,
and one of
yeah,
them is
yeah,
Jeff the
she
Land
did.
Shark.
Yeah, she did. She straight up did when I was
Yeah.
playing as her. She said it. I was like, oh, that's a new one.
Oh,
Yes.
There's actually a little fun thing I didn't notice until just playing around. Is that there's the voice acting that happens. If you're not the character who's voice acting, there's a radio filter to make it sound like they're talking over the
cool.
radio. But then I switched over to them, actually playing, and it's clearer. They're actually talking in game. I'm like, oh, that's a lot of fun.
Oh yeah, it's a fun little
There's, little
extra bit of thought.
Details that it doesn't really matter, but makes it feel really good.
Yeah.
And this game is only $30.
Only $30.
I guess unless you have Game Pass, right? Because you're just playing it.
Yeah, but I
for
downloaded
free.
it on my Switch so I could play with my stupid
Honestly,
nephew who sucks at games.
It's meant to be. It's a hand.
Are you watching, Teddy? Get good.
That's true.
Get good.
Also, I hope he's not watching. This would break his heart.
Oh, that you
Don't
already
watch
did.
it.
Yeah. Also, it's
Don't
supposed to be a
brag and I'll send it
surprise,
to him.
right?
Don't send it to him.
It's a surprise, and you told him
It's a
immediately.
surprise. Oh yeah, no, he won't be watching.
That's so fun.
Um,
Also, you can color change your characters.
Yeah, the palette swaps are really fun.
I haven't done it because I'm like, I like them in the original colors, but
I keep doing
saw
it because my eyes are trash, and especially when you're playing with a bunch of other people, it's I just need bright pink.
Yeah.
You know,
You know where
Black
you are.
Panther. Yeah.
You're like, please differentiate. I also have you played with like 4 people in a party?
I've played with 3, and it's nuts.
Okay. Yeah, I was like, I bet it's just all over the place. You're like, oh.
Well, there was one level where we were on the helicarrier. It was me, my friend Dan, my friend Nicole. We were all playing, and there's an area on the helicarrier where you like get these guns and you can hit the guns, and then there's like all like the OSI looking dudes come running in or whatever, and we were just like spamming the guns, and it was just juggling the dead guy.
That's what happened to us in the demo.
We couldn't tell we were like done. And there was another time we were playing a level. God, who was it? It was there's a level where the boss is Phyla-Vell, but she has like one of the nihilist bugs, so she's evil, and that's how you unlock her. And the 3 of us were just standing around punching her and like juggling her because we just didn't know that we had like beaten the level.
Oh, it was like she was dead, so she was constantly.
And then like, finally it died. And my girlfriend just went, feels bad.
Feels bad. As
good.
Rocket, I keep jumping on everyone's head a million times, even when they're dead. I'm going like, I'm just
so fun.
It's so fun.
Yeah. I mean, so final reviews. Jess, you'd spoken about accessibility and stuff. Like, for you guys, for the price, is this game worth buying? Yes or no? Is it worth playing at a friend's house? Yes or no?
Yes, for both. I think if you like playing solo, if you're a person that just likes playing on your handheld, on your back, in your bed, like me, yes, 100%. Also, I hate to be this person, but compared to the prices of every other game I'm paying for, that's when I go, $30.
Yeah,
let me just show. It's the same reaction I get when someone says a movie's an hour and a half. I go, oh, then I'll probably
I'll check it
out.
out.
Yeah, I'll go check it out. I'll go check it out.
Right.
But I think for the price, I think it's a really fun game, and if your friends are absolutely playing it, then you have to. Like it works better as a group thing.
100%.
Yeah, Brian, what about you?
No, I agree. I think the game is like any beat 'em up. It's meant to be played with a bunch of people because it's like chaotic, and that's part of the joy.
Yeah.
In fact, I almost think when I was playing with my fiance, and like she's not like great at games, but it's
she better than my nephew. If she's not, do not
The way
go through
you
with
guys
it.
are besmirching your
your
fiancés and your children.
With.
I'm besmirching Brian's fiance.
Yeah, Brian
you
is
should
besmirching
call it
women.
off.
No.
I think you should call it off.
In fact, it was so bad that I was like, I don't know if I can get married. No, it was a lot of fun because we could just play characters, beat them up, and we could like call out like, oh, fight that guy. You can get the chicken over there, and like it was a lot of fun to play together. Even if like she doesn't know all the technical stuff, it doesn't matter. You could play together, a lot of fun. And like I haven't played the online thing because apparently it's bugged, but I played locally, so that was super cool. But I think ultimately, if you get a group of friends to play with, 100% worth it. Especially if another person has it, 200% worth it. If I'm being 100% honest here, I'm like half and half on like how worth it is to get at the full $30 price, because it's like, I don't want to compare apples to oranges, but like games like Hades and
Silk Song was $20.
Both of them are like $25-$30, and like those are more game for your buck for sure.
Yeah, 100.
Yes.
But that being said, it is still a lot more worth than get like, games now because of Nintendo. They're gonna be like $70-$80. There's no way. There's no way we're gonna like, the next. Metroid Prime 4 is coming out.
Yeah.
I really do want to play it, but I'm like,
I'm not playing it.
Am I putting down like $70-$80 for this game?
No.
I don't know if I can. Yeah.
They're just too expensive. I'm so against. I'm also just a broke person, and I was raised poor, and I'm like, oh great, I can't play this game because it's $50.
Part of my thing is like, not long after I moved out to LA, I, like every other aspiring comedian, was broke as hell.
What?
Unheard
of.
Guys,
groundbreaking.
Here's the thing, and like, if someone in the chat has had a different experience, please let me know. But
their dad is Ethan Hawke.
You don't get rich doing long form improvisation. That's doesn't happen that way.
That's crazy. Tell Tina Fey that.
Yeah, tell Tina Fey. Tell Amy Poehler. But so like for me, like part of why I got so into books and video games was because that was like the best like $1 per hour of entertainment value, and that's still kind of a metric I use. And my thing with Marvel Cosmic Invasion is like, if a friend of mine reviewed it, said like, this game will give me 2 weeks, and there'll be a very fun 2 weeks, but after that I probably won't think of it.
That was my fear.
Yeah, and I think it's more than that. But for me, I love having a game on tap that you can play local co-op with friends when they come over.
Right.
And like those are rarer and rarer. You know, like for me right now, it's like this. Mario Kart. Like my daughter will like to play Mancala on Nintendo Clubhouse games, but like she's the only one.
So funny.
And she kicks my ass at it every time. For some reason, I just cannot beat her at that game. But
Mancala, that's so funny.
But it's so much different than like playing Fortnite, where it's like, well, that's fundamentally worse if you're together in person. Like
Right.
So for me, having a game in my library that is not just Jackbox, but it's like something where it's like if I have friends over and we're hanging out and be like, hey, we could just pop this on for a little bit. It's okay if you haven't played it. There's like a really short learning curve, like. That to me really makes it worth the purchase, like that. I like being able to have a game where I can host and be like, let's hang out and play this together, as opposed to taking turns or watch me play.
Watch me play.
Yeah, which I'll also do.
I'll
do that.
Watch.
Yeah.
I did have a lot of people over. I was playing Silk Song, like, shut up, I'm doing Morrowind,
That's so funny.
Yeah, I think that's a great point. That like part of the value is that like when friends are over, you can play together and put it up. Because like even like other beat 'em ups like Castle Crashers. I don't know if you guys played.
Yeah, Castle Crashers is great. Yeah,
it's a game that like also pretty short, but like anytime we're like, let's just boot up Castle Crashers and play. Very similar.
Another game I play that one with my niece, because my niece is really into Castle Crashers. My nephew is really into Shredder's Revenge. But yeah, like same thing. It's like you just pick it up, pop it on.
I love the way you guys think. So first question, how do you get friends? Secondly, how do you get them to come inside your house?
Granted, this was like during the college era where like we all lived together and stuff, but. Theoretically, if you had friends come over.
There you go. I was like, why don't I have my friends come over? And I was like, it's because they all live in different states and we're playing on Discord.
Yeah.
And also, again, this is, I can't say, like, again, I know $30. It's great. I had to recommend my friend play Arc Raiders with me, and I was like, yeah, go get Arc Raiders. He fucking hates the game. And he paid a lot of money for it. And I'm like, oh, great. Now you hate the game and you paid a lot for it. This is like the cheapest game.
When Helldivers 2 first came out, a friend of mine was like, you got to download it. Starship Troopers, the game.
You didn't like Helldivers?
No, I love it. But opening weekend, it was buggy as hell, and I just couldn't play. And it was like, I just spent $40 on this, and I put it down for like over a year. And now I play it once in a while, and I enjoy it quite a bit. But yeah, it is a hard ask, and it feels much nicer to be like, no, play this with me. I can host it.
I can host Arc Raiders. It's just very stressful and overwhelming, and I hate it.
But you can do it.
Yeah. Okay, so I want to do a couple of super chats before we wrap up here on YouTube. Silhouetted Animator, who watches all the time, gives us super chats all the time, member for 3 months. Sent in a $5 super chat. Thank you, Silhouetted Animator. That I think is relevant to Cosmic Invasion because it's all nihilist and such. Silhouetted Animator says, when we eventually get the negative zone in the MCU, how would you incorporate it after all we know about the various dimensions in the MCU multiverse?
What kind of fucking That's great. No, it is a great question.
Get it in Cosmic Invasion.
We also get the negative zone questions because of Marvel Rivals. But I don't know when they're gonna touch on it in the MCU, especially since they could now
with Fantastic Four, right? Because Nihilus is
or even if they really want to do X-Men, but it wouldn't be like Wolverine and shit. It would probably be Jean Grey. I don't know when. I also don't know if Marvel's thinking that smart yet. I think they're more thinking about like what's gonna get them money, and making something that would require new audiences to do homework like this would probably make them not want to do it right now. That's why they're going to the X-Men. They're gonna bring in people that everybody's already seen a million times. Yeah. That was not a bad question. I'm very tired. I'm so tired. This entire week has been nonstop going and doing things. I was on a podcast before this reviewing this exact game and Five Nights at Freddy's, and then I had our video for Five Nights at Freddy's just came out.
Yeah, I mean, I think for the negative zone, it seems like Marvel is. I can't tell. The multiverse stuff can be so confusing, but also not. Like, I think they've just made it so confusing.
They made it.
You know, and so I think like if Marvel does a negative zone, I want it something simple, almost like the Upside Down, you know, or like the Sunken Place, you know, where it's like, yeah, it's there. It's always been there, you know. Like,
I guess the bigger question is also like, do we want, which I do, I would love the negative zone. I'm like, give me the negative zone. There's only so much they can touch on. They still have to figure out where freaking Benedict Cumberbatch, Doctor Strange is, because he's technically in whatever the dark
somewhere else.
He's there, and we need to see the inside of that place. But I also want to revisit Nova and the entire situation with the Nova Corps and everything about it. So I'm like, if I had to choose between the next big subject, I want it to be Nova.
Honestly, my pick, and like the only thing that makes me think Marvel might even consider this is Wonder Man. Seems like it has an element of like self-aware camp to it. Is like, if they did the negative zone like stuff, kind of keeping it in like the same time period as the Fantastic Four First Steps was set
that'd
in,
be nice.
but do it as a TV show, a la Adam West's
No!
Batman. Yes,
No!
give me that campy. Give it to me silly and over the top.
I'd be mad if they did that.
Give
You
it
can
to me
do that
silly
with
and over the
Nova's
top.
series. Do not do that with the negative zone.
Yeah.
But that'd be nice. But it sucks because it feels like anything that's going to touch on Fantastic Four now in that universe is going to be... I'm not saying Marvel does this all the time. We're just accustomed to them killing the bad guy off immediately and then them disappearing.
Yeah.
And I feel like that concept of the negative zone would also follow that same suit.
Yes.
If it was in the Fantastic Four world.
Yes. And then one last shout out before we transition out of the YouTube stream. Jada Beans, 18,
Beans.
giving us a $5 super chat, their first ever super chat on Breakroom.
Oh!
Thank you, Jada Beans.
It might be their first month, maybe.
They didn't even ask a question. They just said like, yes.
Wow, thanks.
That's the purest super chat we can
appreciate
get.
that.
Super chat.
So thank you very much, you guys. Your support helps us do stuff like this. It's like PBS, only we don't sell tote bags.
What games are we all playing right now?
I got in my regular rotation right now. I've got Cosmic Invasion. Ball X Pit is my go-to. Like, I have 30 minutes free before like I have to leave for something. And then my co-op right now is Jump Space, which is still in beta, but you can get it on Xbox, and it's available on PC, but crossplay has not been unlocked yet. the developers are on Reddit, like every day, being like, "We know, we're working on it. It's like a small team, but it's kind of like Sea of Thieves in space.
You did explain this to me, because I was like, I'm interested. Oh, I didn't write it down.
It's super fun, and they keep releasing new monthly updates. And every time they release an update, it feels like they have. It feels like they're playing the same game I am. They're excited about the same things and want to expand on it. They're frustrated by the same things and want to fix those issues and make it smoother. You know, and so it's kind of fun to feel like I'm getting in on the ground level with this thing, because it's been really fun to watch it evolve. And then I am also playing Helldivers 2 once in a while on weekends. But yeah, I finished Silk Song. I finished Hades. I kind of keep thinking I'll go back to Silk Song and do Act 3, but I can't.
You're not going back to Silk Song? I thought you finished it.
I finished Act 2, but there's like a whole Act 3 to do, and I really love the game.
You said I'm done.
Yeah, it's kind of like Elden Ring, where once you put it down for more than a day, you lose the muscle memory. And getting the muscle memory back would be more frustrating. But I might, after the holidays, if there's nothing I'm playing, I might pick that back up.
What are you playing?
I'm also the same. I still working through Silk Song. Finished Act 2.
I like the way you're playing Silk Song, because it makes sense.
Yes, no, Brian's doing it right. I'm the
Yeah,
first one to say I made myself miserable with it.
And then but also like finally, my fiance wanted to play Hades, Hades 2. So like we got that. So we're like playing that together. And like, man, that game looks so good.
It's so good.
Yeah.
It already arrived, so it's not a spoiler, but for Christmas I got my girlfriend a Freenos the frog plushie.
Oh, that's so cute.
Fangamer's putting out. Yeah, it's great. And it's inevitably going to be something our chihuahuas tear apart. But yeah.
And then my fiance is also playing Disco Elysium.
I never played Disco Elysium, but I've heard nothing but good things about it.
100%. I'm just like kind of casually looking whenever she plays, so I don't know what's going on, but it's like a story-driven game, narrative-driven game, point and click. And she loves those kind of games, so she loves playing it. Although I will say, if you're gonna play Disco Elysium and you haven't yet, don't get it on the Switch, because it's like really buggy. It
really?
Crashes every like 10 minutes. Not a great experience. but my fiance is stubborn and will not play it on another system.
And I get it.
Well, if you already own it, on
It's already
tough.
bought it.
Yeah.
It's already bought it. But warning for everyone else who wants to play that: get it on anything else. But yeah, that's what we're doing.
Gorgeous.
It's a good tip.
Gorgeous,
It's a hot
gorgeous
tip.
girls.
And sometimes Peak. Whenever a friend's like, "Want to play Peak?" and I'm like, "Yeah, let's play some Peak."
I don't know, because Jess, what are you playing? I feel like
with
you're always
these
playing.
men's hearts.
Yeah.
Classic.
Yeah, with these men's
My
hearts, is that
classic
Bandai
game, yeah,
Namco?
yeah,
What
yeah.
is
That's a
that?
good one.
Yeah.
That's a good one.
I'm sad. No. No, what am I playing? It was funny. My friend keeps texting me. He said, "You're ignoring me. Why are you ignoring me?" I look at it finally. He has 14 messages that says, "Are we playing Valorant? Are we playing Valorant?" That's all I'm playing right now. Is Valorant and Arc Raiders. When we can only play Arc Raiders for like an hour at a time because my team gets really stressed out by it.
Yeah.
I really like Arc Raiders. I think I'm one of the few, honestly, because every time I run into people, they're like, "This game fucking sucks."
I feel like I've heard good reviews about it.
I
but
thought I
I
did,
haven't
and
checked
then
it out
Seem to
myself.
like it.
Okay,
but-
good, because I was like, ugh. And then I'm waiting for this game. I had to look it up because to make sure I was saying the name right. December 8th, early access for Paralives. It's basically The Sims.
Okay.
Any type of escapism game like that.
So you enjoy like
on
a
it.
cozy management.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it sucks because people are like, "Oh, you like cozy games," and I'm like, "No," because I don't like Stardew Valley. And that's immediately where everyone goes. They're like, "Oh, Stardew Valley."
I
I'm
never
like,
played
"No."
Stardew Valley.
I don't like Stardew Valley.
I was gonna say Cult of the Lamb.
yes,
Yeah.
yes,
Cozy game? Is that a
yes.
cozy game?
I love Cult of the Lamb. No one else likes it. I like it.
Anne has a Cult of the Lamb save that she had to stop because she got so deep into her like cult that it crashed the game. Like she had to start a
I
new
love
one
her.
because she had so many people going and so many
interesting.
rituals or whatever
Interesting.
that it just crashed the game full out.
Good to know.
She had to start up a new save.
No, I play not Paralyzed. I play Cult of the Lamb when I'm like flying on planes and
Yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
It's so great.
I was just talking with a friend of mine last night who had recently gotten into Balatro. And like he was like, that's the perfect airplane game. And I was like, it is the perfect airplane
Well,
game.
my new airplane game is now Marvel's Cosmic
Yeah, it's
Invasion.
pretty good.
If the online feature never works for me, I'm just gonna play it by myself when I'm like in an airport and stuff.
Yeah.
Until my Switch dies immediately on airplanes. It
yeah.
does not make it to New York. That's where
no.
I'm flying.
Yeah.
It does not make it to New York. And you think my flight has a port for this? I'm like, no. It always dies, dude. God, Nintendo, you got me too.
Yeah,
And
plus it's that thing where you like leave the house and be like, we're only charged at 80% because it's been on the dock. The fuck?
And that's all. It lives at the dock.
Yeah,
it lives
on
at
the
the.
dock,
It
yeah.
lives on the dock. It lives at the dock. By the dock of the TV. That's by the dock of. You guys, you know the song.
By the doctor of the bay.
My dog's by the TV, and my cat knocked it over, and that's how my first Switch broke. Continue.
Oh no.
It's okay.
Should we wrap up?
Yeah, I think
wrap
so.
up the
I
VOD
think
here.
so.
Okay, guys. Well, that's it for us today. Make sure to subscribe to the Breakroom channel on YouTube and give us a follow on Twitch where we do these videos live. You guys have any socials you want to plug? Jess, social?
Follow me at Lulu_Clemons. I'm playing a game on Steam. I downloaded that. I forgot. It's about falling in love with a kaiju. Are we surprised that Jessica's playing a game like
yeah.
this? A game where her and Godzilla can be husband and wife.
Nope.
Where can they follow you?
If you want to follow me, right over there. Stand by Brian everywhere.
That's a good.
my
No
thing.
one took that name.
Pretty good one.
No.
That's a good name.
My username used to be B Ninja K when I made that in like middle school.
It looks too
It was
close
just
to.
B Ninja K.
Yeah.
Wait, no, is that not your name in something?
It might be. That's like my old username, but I'm like, I can't be having a username where I'm Ninja in the middle. This is not gonna work.
Devil's argument, friend. I think you can. And I think you should.
And there's already Ninja. There's already Ninja,
Yes.
the streamer.
Yeah, yeah,
so I'm
yeah.
like, I can't have
He's
a.
white.
That's true. He's not allowed.
He's not.
So I changed it. But yeah, you can find me anywhere. Stand by Brian.
Great. And if you guys want to follow me on socials, good luck. I don't exist, but you can follow Convoy Improv. We do shows in the Los Angeles area. If you're around, come check one out.
I've tagged you in photos.
Yeah, it's
Should
a fake.
I-
It's
Oh,
one of
okay.
the many fake social media accounts
That you
exist for me.
have? What are you doing?
A friend
Interesting.
of mine made a fake Facebook,
And I
a fake
followed
Instagram,
it.
a fake Twitter. It's pictures of me.
Now I look like a weirdo.
Go back and read those posts. It's all going to be me posting like an inspirational gif of Grogu being like, let's all just have fun today.
And
you
it
know?
sounds like something you would do. It sounds like that sounds like a normal Instagram then for you.
That's
Yeah.
so funny.
Anyways, okay. That's it. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you so much for watching.